XSEED English Grade 4 Block number 11 Visualizing Details Lesson Plan 3 Order Words. Students will be able to identify and use order words to sequence events. Today we are going to learn about words that help us arrange sentences in order, such as first, next, then, after that, later, finally, suddenly, meanwhile. Read the story, The Tale of Peter Rabbit, and underline the sentence that use order words in the story. First, he ate some of Mr. McGregor's lettuce, beans, and radish. After that, Peter was chased around by Mr. McGregor, which scared him. He then got caught in a gooseberry net and cried till the birds freed him. After that, he ran into a tool shed and jumped into a can. Peter sneezed suddenly. This made Mr. McGregor run after him. After that, Peter managed to jump out of the window and finally squeezed out of the gate. He decided never to go to Mr. McGregor's garden again. The order words help us understand the order of events in the story. If the story did not have order words, it would be harder to know when one event ended and the next began. It would also be harder for us to remember what happened first, next, and last in the story after we have read it. The word meanwhile describes an event that is happening at the same time as another event. The word suddenly describes an action that happened quickly and without warning. All the other words tell us only about the sequence of events. Usually, the words like first are used in the beginning of the paragraph, later and finally are used towards the end of the paragraph, and words like then, after, that, and next can be used interchangeably. Open your volume 2 to page number 17. First question. Underline the order words in the paragraph. First, Seema bought a white chart paper. Then she cut out a big square and folded it into make a greeting card. After that, she used color pencils to draw a colorful border. Meanwhile, her students were making paper flowers to paste on the card. Next, she used glitter on the borders to make the card look shiny. Then she sprayed some paint on the front and pasted on the flowers. Later, she asked the students to draw the borders for the flowers with a black sketch pen. Finally, she took the finished card to the principal and wished her a happy birthday on behalf of her class. Underline the order word. First, then, after that, meanwhile, next, then, finally. Fill in the blanks with order words. Dash Raj took his bat and ball. First, Raj took his bat and ball. Dash he went to Akhil's house to call him to play. Then he went to Akhil's house to call him to play. Dash Akhil got his bat and wickets. After that, Akhil got his bat and wickets. Dash they walked to the park. Next, they walked to the park. Dash they drew line to mark the crease. After that, they drew a line to mark the crease. Dash they tossed a coin and decided who will bat first. Next, they tossed a coin. Dash Akhil realized that he forgot to get his knee pads, but it was too late now. They played cricket for 2 hours. Then Akhil realized. Dash when the sun set. They decided to go back home. Finally, when the sun set, they decided to go back home. Question number 3. Write a paragraph about what you did in school today. Use order words. First, I entered the class and asked Manisha to copy notes for her classwork. Then, after my English class, we had a math quiz. After that, I learned a science experiment. Then, my classmates and I went out in the playground to play during the short break. Next, we played cricket in the physical education period. Suddenly, I realized that I forgot to study for my history test. So I quickly had lunch and sat down to study. Next, I wrote my history test. After that, I was in the library for the last 2 periods doing research on the topic animal habitats. Later, the librarian asked us to go back to the class and pack our bags. Finally, the bell rang and I ran out of the classroom to get onto the school bus.